This is your WW3 news of Wednesday morning. Immigration en masse, out of control. Let's call it what it is, illegal immigration. Those people we see from far off lands who dress in Western clothes and they follow Western customs. You always see them loitering around near shops or other establishments which serves alcoholics and stuff like that. This is a situation here in Italy. Probably you tell me how they behave in your country. They don't speak a word of the locals, whoever they are. They don't even work. Unskilled labour, you can say. Obviously, these people were many centuries ago victims of slavery of white people, yes. And don't forget, they even enslaved white people as well. And I don't want to tell you not to create, distress about. It's the truth, it is. Now, that's not the issue. The can which I'm trying to kick down the street is what these so-called illegals think. What passes through their heads? You know, they're not very bright people, you know. And so on. Probably I can give you a hint, because a few years ago, I think around more than 10 years ago or more, when Matteo Renzi was in power, he started this open borders thing here in Italy. And there was one of these so-called illegals on Facebook. They're all on Facebook or drinking alcohol, fighting between themselves, creating trouble, making a nuisance of themselves, basically. That's what their pastime is. Find a job, mate. And he said he has to thank Renzi for free money. Excuse me, nothing is free in this world. They give you something, you have to give something back. There will be the time you have to say you have to pay your dues. What could it be? You have to pay that free money, or even that free money, like in one of those short videos of Funky Pepper. Suppose they switch off your debit card of free money. What are you going to do? You're going to riot. Because let's face it, that's what they're here for. Which is a known fact. No, you know, they don't want to make you know about it because, oh, it hurts their feelings, all that shit. They're racist, white supremacy. No, what a bull crap. What the fuck are you talking about, mate? Because, mate, you're just a more modern victim of slave labour. You have been so-called deported from your country with a lure of El Dorado in the West. You haven't found El Dorado. You're going to pass the rest of your days on living off the backs of taxpayers' money for that country like parasites. I don't think such thing could continue in the future. It's a very, very costly thing. And when they switch it off, the riots will start. The fact is, like then and now, you're a slave of white man. You're a slave of his Western customs, music, the way he dresses, the way he eats. Not so much the way he speaks. But you love the free money which they give you. It's a bit like the syndrome of Stockholm, a little bit. You like your jailers in a certain way. You know, all those years of fighting against apartheid and white suppression, what's it led to? Nothing. You don't speak the language. You're absolutely useless for society. Not yet. They may use you as a form of cheap labour. Seeing World War III's on the doorstep. Seeing there's men of you in the West, like in Canada, they already start thinking about conscripting immigrants or illegals for the draft to fight the war. Because certainly the Westerners, they're very, very little to put in uniforms. And how the nation's going to function if you send these people to the battlefront? You don't need a qualification to stick in your helmet and a uniform and your sergeant or corporal says it's time to fight, out of the trenches and run for your fucking life. It's most likely you get a bullet in your head and you won't know, or you're injured in such a way by a mine. I think this is in the end their use for you lot could be, or they can use it against us as some type of Gestapo or black shirts organisation. You know, racism is a lefty word, it exists, but it's the other way around. We're the ones are being victimised by our politicians. Like Churchill said once, the non-fascists will be the fascists one day, which is pretty true.